All right, thank you very much, Britton. It is time for our Where's the Love segment. Valentine's Day, a week from tomorrow. Guys, gals, singles, you don't want to mess it up. There are some do's and don'ts to help you make the day go smoothly. Our licensed therapist, Dr. Misty Smith, joins us with some tips this morning. Great to see you this morning.
Thank you.
Okay, so first for guys. Guys, you don't want to mess this day up. It's kind of important for women most of the time.
Most of the time.
We don't want to overstress the importance. So you got some do's and don'ts. Well, let's go with the first one on your list. Don't forget, obviously, you don't want to forget the date.
Obviously, because unfortunately, most of the time, it is a really important day for women, and not necessarily quite as important for men usually.
Right.
So if you forget, no matter how insignificant it is to her, she will hold it against you.
Put it in your phone. Like, Nikki, you listening? You listening to that? Okay, so don't do the same old, same old. What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, people get in this rut of, okay, we're going to dinner and a movie. You go to the latest romantic movie and you go to the Olive Garden, and that's Valentine's Day. Make it special. Have something, you know, pick a theater, find a cooking class, do something that's a little bit different and out of the norm.
So be a little creative.
It makes her know that you actually took a little time and effort.
Put some thought into it.
Exactly.
Okay, and speaking on that note, you mentioned it's not on your list, so don't buy just a generic card. That's along that line of thinking, right?
Exactly, right. Do a card at home, personalize it.
Okay.
Get your kids' art supplies out.
Don't give her lingerie. Why not?
Well, all of us women think if we receive lingerie, the expectation is, of course, at the end of the night. So it's not about us. If you're giving us lingerie, it's about you.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a selfish gift.
Yeah, these are selfish, guys. Okay, don't spend too much, really?
Really, because the average man spends around $200 on Valentine's Day. The average woman spending a little closer to $100. Well, if you take that $300 and that's going to pay bills for the month, or buy your groceries for the month, or pay for your child's daycare, then people start getting a little stressed, and then it's really hard to enjoy the evening. You can have a perfectly wonderful Valentine's Day at home with food from Publix and a Redbox movie and some music and dancing.
Gotcha. Okay, because you're saying the woman might feel a little guilty because she knows bills have to be paid.
Yes.
Oh, you're spending this money on me.
Exactly.
She can't enjoy herself. Okay, for women, don't expect him to love Valentine's Day as much as you.
Exactly. Don't get hung up on the date. Don't expect him to be all enthralled with the idea of Valentine's Day. It's not a man's holiday. It really isn't, even though they're the ones responsible for doing everything most of the time. So even maybe take control of the day yourself.
Okay.
Say, I want to do Valentine's Day this year. It's a day this man is always responsible for. Give him a break.
Yeah, ladies, quit putting so much pressure on us, okay? All right, so do communicate expectation. That kind of falls in line with what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Tell him what you want, right?
If you want something, if you expect something amazing, then let him know that. Men cannot read your mind.
Do give an alternative to roses. Give him an idea that's alternative to roses.
Right, because we all know at Valentine's Day, roses become extremely expensive.
Yeah.
And most of the time, a woman's favorite flower might not be a rose.
Right,
so give him some ideas.
We're going to skip the don't get hung up on the date, because we know there's some single people out there who maybe it's a tough day for you. Do give thanks for the ones that got away.
Exactly, because we start to reminisce about all of the things that we miss instead of actually looking at the reasons that they got away. Sometimes that was a good thing. Don't call your ex. Don't text your ex. It is bad. I know it's a hard day sometimes, but that is a huge mistake.
Yeah, just tie your fingers together so you don't do it. And finally, don't go on a blind date or first date on Valentine's. Why not?
Do you want Valentine's Day to potentially forever be tainted?
Oh,
and we never know about a blind date or a first date. It could ultimately be a total disaster, so don't do that.
Okay.
Go have a Galentine's Day. Spend the day with your friends. Splurge on yourself because you are the most important person.
All right, and Dr. Misty Smith has some more tips for you that we couldn't get all of them in for you, but you can find those in just a little bit later on myfoxale.com. Thank you so much, Dr. Misty Smith.
Thank you.
Some good advice.